Hello and good morning. Welcome to the meditation live stream. This is Scott. I hope that you are doing well and that you are in a good space. I like to do a brief description of the work and then a brief talk, and then we'll get into a guided practice. Today we'll go for about 50 or so minutes. Here on my channel, we do a particular technique of integration. And through awareness, we work with our body, our emotion, our mind, and our relationships. And awareness is the medium. Awareness is the power that combines and weaves these dimensions of our life. We need an updated mindfulness, a mindfulness that includes more than our mind or the witness state of consciousness. And we desperately need a practice that people are pioneering all over the internet, including me, to work with more than what we've had in the past. Because today's world requires our bodies, our emotions, our minds, and our relationships to have more spiritual consistency and so on. So that being said, I've been interested in talking a little bit lately about what is unearthing in collective consciousness. The fruit, I believe, of spirit is the ability with which it can hold space for what is occurring. And if you've been watching the unfolding of the world the last year, the last 6 months even, you can see a kind of pace quickening of some nasty stuff that has happened, and the way power and structure works that can be upsetting. And the reason I bring this up is because the fruit of the spiritual work is we need to kind of clear and heal that which has happened by actual intentional effort. And when we do it in ourselves, we work with our local area of impact. But more and more and more people are doing this. And because of the nature of the internet and the connectivity and the speed of social media, more of collective darkness or shadow is asking to be integrated into our lives. And it's like a dispel. Yesterday I talked about it as being a dispelling effect, that we were under a spell and someone has dispelled us from the illusion. And that's not always a comfortable experience. So with that as kind of like a frame, when we practice, we're working with our portion of the connection of that, not the whole thing. We work with our side of the connection, which is a much easier manageable item to titrate in your life. How much to do, how little to do. And from there you have a little bit more footing. And when more of us do this work, that kind of process is amplified. So thank you for joining me today to do a little bit together. So that being said, I'm going to read from The Space Between Us a little bit. This is by Peter Mitchell. And this is about the awakening between us in the we space, the intersubjective space. Let's see. Our uniqueness. But if our uniqueness is the very gateway to connection, why do we so often hide it, mistrust it, or feel unsafe expressing it? The paradox lies in our relationship with our own authenticity. What should bring us closer our genuine self-expression often becomes what creates distance. The distance emerges from fundamental misunderstanding that our uniqueness separates us from others rather than connects us to the universal. We learn to see our differences as barriers rather than essential threads in the weaving of the tapestry of human experience. In this misunderstanding, we begin to craft personas rather than express our very essence. We develop strategies of connection that prevent the very intimacy we seek. The authentic self becomes hidden beneath layers of adaptation and performance. These adaptations aren't arbitrary, they're responses to environments where our full expression felt unwelcome or unsafe. They serve a purpose in their time, but once protected us, now confines us. To understand this confinement, we must look deeper into the cultural, psychological, and spiritual patterns that have taught us to fear our own essence and guard it against others. These patterns are not personal failings, they are inherited wounds, collective traumas, and ancient survival strategies. They have shaped our sense of self in ways that cut us off from the ground of being. In the next chapter, we will explore the deeper patterns of separation that have shaped our sense of self out of the ways of knowing, and how presence offers a pathway back to wholeness. So we'll stop there now and begin with practice, gently closing your eyes and tuning inside. And we'll begin with some deep cleansing breaths in through the nose and then out through the mouth. And on the out breath, you can let go of everything like a dog that drops a ball from its mouth. Just drop everything. Letting go of tension, distress, resistance, that which no longer serves you, assumptions. Allowing your breath to reach all the way down into your pelvic floor, into your legs and feet. Very good. We'll do 3 more. Great. And allowing your breath now to return to your usual way of breathing. Begin to gently place your attention on your body and your body's sensations. You can feel your body's temperature, subtle movement, tingling, pulsing, a sense of aliveness. Feel your body's connection with the earth underneath you, contact with the planet, begin the practice of feeling and softening. On the in-breath, feeling your body. Then, on the out-breath, softening and melting down through your body and into the earth. And the softening and melting can be like warm, healing honey that as it heals you, it cleanses, purifies, and makes whole as it travels down through your body and melts deep into the earth, where the earth receives that stale, stagnant energy and transforms and recycles it. With each cycle of breath, you get a little bit closer to your body and melt just a little bit deeper into the earth. Very good, and if you like, you can add in a pause to your practice. So on the in-breath, feeling your body, out-breath, softening and melting down through your body. And then at the end of the out-breath, you can pause between the next in-breath. And when you pause, just kind of feel that soft, quiet, open spaciousness of your body. You can feel the activity of your body. Today I'm digesting a lot. It's also very, very windy and cold where I live. You can hear the wind moving. And we'll spend a little bit more time with feeling and softening, gently placing your attention back on your body, feeling your body on the in-breath, and then softening On the out breath, melting down through your body and into the earth. And you can pause at the end of the out breath and feel the soft, spacious quality. Very good. And then bringing your attention up now into your heart, feeling your heart space, the center of your chest. You can imagine as though you're breathing directly in and out of your heart. On the in-breath, feeling your heart. And then on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. If you like, you can place your hand over your heart to activate your heart center. Feeling the warmth of your hand over your heart chakra. In breath, feeling your heart. Out breath, softening and expanding your heart. Then coming in contact with your emotions, you can notice what's present for you emotionally right now. And without making your emotions right or wrong, good or bad, just allowing yourself to feel a little bit in the shared space. As part of good emotional hygiene, human beings are meant to feel things together rather than alone. And it's good to practice feeling things together in a safe way. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions, giving your life direction, like anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. You could also be feeling numb which is a valid emotional experience. So just tuning in a little bit to how you're feeling and feeling a little bit together. Very good. And if you like, you can add in a pause to your practice. So on the in-breath, feeling your heart. And then on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. And then at the end of the out-breath, you can pause and feel the open field of tenderness of your heart. There's always a slight tenderness and warmth of the heart space. And you can pause and feel that space before the next in-breath. Very good. And then bringing your attention up now into your head, feeling your head on the in-breath. And then softening in and around your skull on the out breath. If you like, you can breathe into your third eye space between your eyebrows or the top of your head, your crown. Either place is okay. It's whatever feels correct for you. Inhale, feeling your head. And then on the out breath, softening, letting go of tension. I hold a lot in my jaw, just letting go of tension on the out breath. And coming in contact with your thoughts, you can notice how busy or active your mind is. And just learning to develop the practice of coming back. So, coming back means when you notice that you're thinking, actively involved in thinking, coming back to feeling your head, your spine, your body, the earth underneath you for grounding and anchoring. Often when we are overthinking, we are underfeeling. And we need to create a little bit more space by coming back to feeling and digesting our experiences. So just practicing allowing your thoughts to come and go like clouds in the sky. Very good. And if you like, you can add in, like we've been doing, a pause. So on the in-breath, feeling your head. And then the out-breath, softening in and around your head. And then at the end of the out-breath, you can pause and notice sort of like your head disappearing and the whole entire sky resting on your shoulders in its place. And just notice this open, vast, spacious quality, sky-like quality of your mind. Very good. And before we move on to the next practice, we'll do something called tree breath. I get a lot of positive feedback on tree breath. It's very simple. It's like your body is a tree, and the very bottom of your body is kind of like your roots. So on the in-breath, breathing up from the base of your body, your legs, your tailbone, your hips, just on the in-breath, breathing up your body, slowly drawing up to the top of your head, which is kind of like your branches in your tree, your branches and leaves at the top of your head. And then on the out-breath, back down your body, and then through your legs, and then deep into the earth. So practice on the in-breath, breathing up your body, and then on the out-breath, breathing back down your body. And we'll do that for a few cycles of breath together. It's very good for the central channel, which moves along your spine, the river of light, of subtle energy in your body. And if you notice a little bit of tension trying to creep back into your body, just remember that practice of feeling and softening. And breathing up your body, we'll do a few more cycles of tree breath. Breathing up your body on the in-breath, and then on the out-breath, breathing back down. Very good. And then now, we'll practice gently with our eyes open, gently opening your eyes and keeping your eyes soft. And we'll take a moment to honor the work we just did with our eyes closed, with appreciation. we'll begin to practice now in the relational space, keeping your eyes soft. We'll practice working with the outside and then the inside. So, on the in-breath, we can practice feeling outside you, 360 degrees, and then on the out-breath, feeling inside you. And practice noticing the distinction, feeling outside on the in-breath, and then back inside on the out-breath. If you like, you can take your thumb and hold on to it lightly with your other hand. Place your fingers on top for a healthy anchor in your lap. You can notice what it's like for you. Sometimes it might be easier to feel outside rather than inside, or vice versa. Sometimes it's easier to feel inside rather than outside. Just noticing what it's like for you today. Not trying to push or pull on the outside or the inside. Very good. And if you like, you can add in qualities to your practice. Qualities of love, compassion, gratitude, and forgiveness. You can pick one or two or do all four. And on the in-breath, practice feeling love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness around you. And then on the out-breath, feeling love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness towards yourself. And you can practice sending the qualities like a sun or a moon on the in-breath, out breath, soaking qualities back into you like a sponge. Love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness. And if you notice tension coming in, like we've talked about, learn to feel and soften. We're not pushing and pulling on qualities, just sending and just receiving. Brilliant. And then from here we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet so that you can do yours. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up healing and blessings, and ripple out into the community. Amen. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining me. Feel free to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. And I'll be back again tomorrow at 6 a.m. We'll here on Eastern Standard Time, and we'll go and do some more meditation then. See you then. Have a great day. Bye-bye.